Alright guys, here's my last testing session and things were up and down. I had some big time highs and then it just kind of went downhill from there. I can't lie, I kind of think of this whole last training cycle as a bit of a failure. Now, it wasn't all bad. As you guys already probably saw from my squat max video, I hit some big time squat weight, and this is 465 here. This is a 20-pound PR from my last cycle that was about 2 months ago, and that went up super easy. So I was hoping to get 475 on this day, but as easy as that went up, I went ahead and bumped it up to 485, thinking I probably had it, and I did in fact get it. It was a bit of a grinder. Depth is a little bit borderline, so that's something I gotta kind of watch for. I got my meet coming up here in about a month and a half, so I'm gonna have to keep in mind, gotta make sure I get all the way down there. But super pumped about the 485. As you can probably tell, I was just jacked. But from there, everything went downhill. So when I went to bench, this was 305 pounds. This was something that I've already done before, and I considered it my last warm-up before I tried to hit some PRs, and it just flew up. It felt great, felt fantastic, so I thought, I got 325, no problem. My last 1 rep max for bench press was 315. It was my first ever 3-plate bench, so I was pumped about that. Jumped up to 325, figured I'd hit that, and then try to see where I could go from there. And barely even got it off my chest. It just wasn't there. I don't even know what to say. I just went to press and it just came right back down again. So from there, I was pissed off. I really thought I had it, so I rested about 10 minutes, came back to try it again, and pretty much the exact same thing. So, wasn't there. I don't know what to say. I felt really good. It just wasn't there. I tried to go back and look back between both lists and see if there was any major differences in my form, see if something broke down, and see if there was a major cause for this. I'm looking at it, I don't see anything much different. I really don't. If you guys see something, please let me know. But I feel like it looked exactly the same, and I just didn't have the weight. Plain and simple, I did not have the weight. So obviously that put a sour taste in my mouth, but it was time to deadlift, and I really had my eyes set on at least 515 pounds. My record before was 501 that I got at my meet. I've kind of gone back a little bit with my deadlifts because my setup was all goofed up, so I had to kind of knock the weight down, go back, readjust, fix my setup. So I shouldn't be too shocked if I don't get a whole lot more weight with this cycle, considering I spent a lot of time reworking things, but I still felt like I was going to do better. And this was 495 here, and it went up relatively easy. Little slow on the lockout still, but not too bad. But when I got to 515, I didn't have it. It just wasn't there. I cannot lock it out. I'm so bad about bringing my hips through and actively driving my hips through to get that lockout done. So I got to get that fixed. I thought fixing my setup was going to fix my lockout. It did not. So I don't know. I might be trying to do some more consistent rack pulls or something. I got to get it fixed. I'm definitely going to start putting in more volume into deadlifts. I wasn't doing a whole lot of volume before because I was trying to catch up my squat to my deadlift, so I was doing a ton of squat volume. And way back when I had a 500-pound deadlift and a 385-pound squat, and that was a little bit embarrassing to me, so I wanted to catch my squat up. Well, now here I am, 500-pound deadlift, 485-pound squat, so I gotta get my deadlift moving again. I just gotta do it. So I'm gonna go away from the singles, I'm gonna put more volume in, I'm gonna hopefully get it fixed, I'm gonna try to work on my lockout and get it fixed, but we'll see. I don't know. I'm not blaming my cut, I'm not blaming anything else. I gotta do better, I gotta make improvements. I've got about 6 weeks to get ready for the meet. I gotta get there and I gotta get better. I want 1,300 pounds at the meet. That's my goal, we'll see what happens. But thank you guys for watching as always. I will see you guys in the next video.